And now on to, in our series directed by the late Alan Clarke, we're showing for the first time his original 1977 version of SCUM. This drama tackles the difficult and disturbing subject of life in a borstal and contains brutal scenes that may upset some viewers. It's introduced by writer and director David Leland.
Tonight's film in the Alan Clarke season is SCUM by Roy Minton. It's set in a borstal in England, an institution where youths found guilty of crimes are sent for correctional treatment so as to orientate them to a more useful life in society. SCUM is a film which has been made twice, once for the BBC in 1977 and again as a feature film in 1979. The reason the film was made twice, directed both times by Alan Clarke, is that the first version was banned by the BBC in 1977 and has never been screened on television or seen in public. Instead, it has been interred here, in this tin, in the legal vaults of the BBC for the past 14 years, literally bound in red tape and marked restricted. And in case the film should walk of its own volition, the instructions return to stores. The reason for the banning, given by Alistair Milne, the managing director of BBC Television at that time, and supported in his opinion by Bill Cotton Jr., then the controller of BBC One, was that the film packed too much incident into too short a time and that he doubted the veracity of the film. In other words, to put it politely, Mr. Milne considered it a work of fiction. Also, he stated that the film looked too much like a documentary. In other words, it was reality. Now, as the BBC and Borstal institutions are both answerable to the Home Office, there are those who say SCUM was banned because it was a potential embarrassment to both the BBC and the Home Office, which I'm sure it was, particularly if it was more accurate than Mr. Milne believed. My own opinion is that what we have here is political censorship. Any film which explores the nature of violence rather than simply exploits violence is always subject to extra scrutiny, particularly if it explores the violent nature of our own institutions and organisations of which we're so proud in this country. SCUM remains as relevant today as it was 14 years ago, and the BBC is to be congratulated on its decision to screen the film tonight. It should be seen by as many people as possible, but like most contentious material, it finds its way into a late night slot. So, fingers on the buttons, as this may be your first and only opportunity to see and preserve this film. Here it is, SCUM by Roy Minton.
I'm a daddy now. Next time I'll kill you.